Stretching, stretching, stretching. Everyone does it, and everyone knows how important it is. From preventing injuries and improving flexibility, everyone has to find time to stretch. But are we stretching the truth about stretching? Let's take a look at all the supposed benefits of the magic of stretching. The most clear benefit of stretching is improving flexibility, which is shown to be completely true. Routinely stretching will improve one's mobility and range of motion. If you need mobility work, stretching is your go-to exercise. But what about stretching to relieve soreness? Unfortunately, the science gives this one a thumbs down. A research review from Cochrane database concluded that healthy adults stretching before, after, or a combination of before and after exercise did not have clinically important reductions in muscle soreness. Another strong belief is that stretching improves performance. Again, the science says not so fast. A study in the Journal of Strength and Condition Research found that static stretching reduced strength by 13%. Another study on 10-mile distance runners showed that when the runners stretched before a mile run, they ran on average 13 seconds slower than if they did not stretch. What about preventing injuries? Does stretching really help? Short answer, not exactly. A 12-week Australian study consisting of 1,538 male Army recruits found no clinically significant reductions in injury occurrence between stretching and non-stretching groups, and also suggested that fitness levels and age were the main factors causing injury. However, it is important to note that sports such as football and gymnastics will benefit from stretching to avoid injuries related to having a low range of motion muscle compliance. Lower stretch shortening cycle activities such as jogging and swimming do not really benefit from stretching. Now that you know the truth about stretching, should you stop stretching before your exercises? For the most part, no. Stretching still has the benefit of increasing flexibility, something that almost everyone needs. What are your thoughts about stretching? Do you find it useful to stretch before or after your exercises? Let us know your opinion on the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching, please click the like button. And for more future picture fit videos, don't forget to subscribe.
Not many people consider stretching to be a form of exercise, probably because it's something we do a lot without apparent effort, unlike strength training or aerobics. However, this relatively gentle form of exercise can keep you staying healthy and fit and is good for both your body and mind. Check out these amazing benefits of stretching every day. Number 1, stretching increases flexibility. Sports trainers have always insisted that athletes give much importance to stretching, both before and after training sessions. That's because stretching increased the flexibility of the body and reduced injuries in the field. Cats know that it's not 9 lives that help them land on their feet, but their great flexibility. And how do they keep their body flexible? But by stretching it every now and then in between their long siestas. In fact, you'll see all animals stretching at one time or another during the day. Number 2, regular stretching keeps your back safe. Back problems can be triggered by lifting heavy objects or by sudden twisting movements, especially in those who have not been maintaining the flexibility of their spine with sufficient stretching activities. Lack of exercise can make the cartilage tissue stiff and inflexible. When that happens, sudden twisting and straining can cause tears in the cartilage. Sitting for long hours without stretching makes the spine stiff and cause backache. Tight hamstrings can also cause lower back pain. Stretching exercises involving bending and rotational movements help strengthen the core muscles surrounding the spine and keep the discs flexible. Number 3, stretching improves mental health. People who do stretching exercises regularly report improvement in sleep quality, mood, and self-esteem. Don't dismiss it as subjective data because there are plenty of sound scientific reasons to support their claim. For one, stretching triggers the release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter associated with positive feelings and good sleep. Dopamine can improve attention, learning, and memory too. Number 4, stretching exercises help lower blood sugar levels. Stretching definitely makes you feel more comfortable. But the number 1 reason to stretch actually comes from an exciting new study which has found it reduces blood sugar levels. You might already know that intense exercise increases insulin production and the utilization of hormone to push glucose from the blood into tissues. Contrary to expectations, a 30-second stretch and hold routine has been found to be just as effective in lowering glucose levels in the blood. Surprisingly, the effect doesn't come from increased insulin production, but from capillaries in the muscle tissues opening up, facilitating the movement of glucose into the cells. Number 5, stretching helps reduce high blood pressure and its ill effects. Blood pressure is the force exerted on the arteries as the blood gets pumped through them. There may be several reasons such as obesity, diabetes, mineral imbalances, and stress hormones that may elevate a person's blood pressure above the normal of 120/80. Increased pressure on the arterial walls damages them and makes them stiffer. But stretching can counteract the artery stiffening effect of hypertension and protect you from many life-threatening conditions associated with high blood pressure, including atherosclerosis, kidney failure, and heart disease. Stretching should be ideally done at an easy pace, accompanied by correct breathing techniques. A stretched position should be held for a minimum of 20 to 30 seconds to derive optimum results. Yoga and Pilates can be good stretching routines, but make sure that you involve all muscle groups, repeating it 4 to 5 times a week.
More than 10 million sports-related injuries occur in the world every year. To avoid this, athletes and coaches alike are using a variety of pre-competition techniques to decrease injuries and increase performance. But what does science tell us about stretching and warming up? Many studies have looked at how stretching can affect athletic performance, and it turns out it depends on the activity. Sports such as figure skating and snowboarding, which require a wide range of motions to impress the judges, certainly benefit from an athlete's flexibility. But for power sports like speed skating and bobsledding, too much stretching may actually cause a temporary decrease in muscle strength. The overstretched muscle becomes less responsive and can stay weakened for up to 30 minutes. Although athletic competitions can be strenuous, there's little evidence to suggest that stretching before or after a competition decreases muscle soreness. Some studies have even noted that extreme flexibility can lead to an increase in the range of stretching without pain. And if you can't feel pain, the body doesn't know when to stop pushing. As a result, injuries can occur. Another large study of athletes found that the least and most flexible participants were 2.5 times more likely to incur an injury. So when it comes to flexibility in competitive sports, it's most beneficial to be moderately flexible. A well-designed warm-up is also extremely beneficial. The term itself comes from the positive effects of raising the temperature of your body before a competition. Slowly increasing physical intensity prior to a sport increases muscle temperature, ultimately allowing your muscles to contract more forcefully. More forceful contractions equals more strength and power. Furthermore, slowly adding movement to your muscles opens up the blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more easily throughout the body and decreases the strain on your heart. Finally, as your blood temperature increases, your blood cells actually hold less oxygen. This loose oxygen is then free to be used by your muscles, increasing overall endurance. Science says it's important not to overstretch it when it comes to flexibility, but physically warming up your body before each specific sport might help you burn the competition.
If you're not stretching after a workout, you're missing a key benefit of exercise.
You should include stretching to your normal exercise routine for 3 main reasons. The first reason is that it can increase your range of motion in your joints.
And orthopedic surgeon Dr. Glenn Schur says stretching can potentially improve athletic performance and dramatically reduce the risk of injury.
Post-workout stretches are very important because your muscles at that time are warm and they're very responsive to stretching.
Dr. Schur says you should hold stretches for around 30 seconds. Keep them gentle and slow and avoid bouncing, and stop if there's pain. Stretches like this one for quads should create a sense of tension and stress across the muscle, but no intense pain.
When you're at a point where it's becoming painful, you can actually cause damage to the muscles as well as the ligaments. Improving your flexibility after the workout can take as little as 5 to 10 minutes. However, it will pay dividends down the line.